You had a performance last night. We'll hop into that mix soon. Thank you for joining though.
Of course, hey everybody.
Yo. So with that being said, to introduce myself, I'm Jovon Pavielle, the CEO and founder of HausHill Entertainment, which started off as HausHill Media. I moved from Chicago to California in 2005. Started off doing freelance work for certain clients, businesses, and other friends and creatives. Web design, graphic design, logos, anything you could think of, photo shoots, all of that good stuff. So anyway, that choreography as well. And so I've always wanted to build a network and crew of just dope creatives and just people who are talented in their own rights and fields. And so that's who HausHill Entertainment is in a short. Um, and we here. So George, I'll let you take the floor, introduce yourself and some things about the network and what some stuff about what you do. George is also on the network as well as he has a podcast called What the Fuck, What the Damn Deal, What the Fuck. George is What the Fuck. So George, please take the floor.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. So long story short, thank you all. Doubling down on what Jay just said, which is we're trying to start something, right? And it's going to start small and grow. But the idea behind this is that we wanted to build a network of creators who can like elaborate on or collaborate and elaborate on their vision and just grow from there. As a part of what we do, which is House Hill, is how I like to phrase it. There's a bunch of different aspects, right? So I'm a creative in terms of podcasting and cooking and food, and that's my thing. But I also work in marketing and content creation and things of that nature, which relates into our business, which is HausHill Media, HausHill Entertainment, HausHill Podcast. Some of you are familiar, some of you are not. But at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is say to you guys, hey, we work with you, we know you, we want to continue to work together. And even if we don't work together, we still want to talk about like Black people doing Black shit together. That's what this is about. And essentially the idea behind this kickoff or this creative kickoff is to just meet each other. Ideally, I would love for us all to follow each other on social media and like continue to collaborate and get to know each other and get to know each other's passions and work. Some of you I'm familiar with, like Samaj is also from Chicago. He's an actor. He's doing a lot of great things as well. And then Zeke, I know that you are doing a lot of great things from dancing and choreography to, your podcast and everything like that. And ideally, I don't know what the mix is or what we intend for the mix to be, but we want to find that connection where we can all just get together and whether it's just socially or just, professional. So long story short, or the the short version of what I just said is that I'm looking forward to getting to know you all on a personal level and working with you all in some capacity. And that's what we want to do here at House Hill. I'll take a beat there just to see if anyone has any questions. I don't think I put anything crazy out there, but is anyone confused about the meeting or the mixer and everything like that?
No, and people are still talking.
Silence is golden. I'll take it as a okay. That said, just an introduction to House Hill, right? So essentially, like Jay said, he started this business a while ago. We Jay and I have been friends forever, like literally forever. Like, I've known him longer than most people in my life. And we worked together in a lot of different ways. And more recently, I came on and started as like kind of helping contribute to the House Hill blog and things of that nature. Because like I said, I'm in marketing and advertising and that sort. But eventually, we kind of grew the vision to trying to develop a full network, right? Not even just like an agency, but a network. The caveat in that is that there's a couple different parts to it. So there's one side of the business that is fully focused on like creation, right? So whether it's your social media, whether it's helping editing or shooting videos, photography, there's a full-on agency that we're managing now. And then the other side of the business is developing shows. So it's content specific. So Zeke, I know you're a part of that as well. I think Smith's been a part of it as well. But literally developing shows from in beginning to end and coming up with a strategy for building out a Black network, or I don't want to say Black, a network of people of color specifically. So we have these two different avenues that we're running down, and we're looking to just kind of get other people like yourselves to be involved. There's just, like whether it's you want to help build a network or whether you need support in any kind of way, that's what we're here for.
Right.
So essentially, this is the introduction call to say like, hey, we got you, bro. Like, we got you. We whatever you need, we can help. If not, if you don't, yeah, we see you, and we see you. And if not, you don't need any help or support, we'll still support you. Let's promote your shit. Let's be friends and things like that. So that's the candid way of saying all of this. But I think that's pretty much it. Jay, do you have anything to add?
I was just going to say, and that's a great way to put it. And thank you for joining Smith and Terrell as well coming in. I do want to add that we do need a safe, when you talk about a safe space for creatives to have conversations and entrepreneurs to have conversations amongst each other to share certain practices and ideas that can either forward our careers or refresh our brands or move us forward. You know, that's the goal, is to move us to all move forward. I know a lot of singers have events, a lot of different, you know, different industries, they have different events, but I see very few creative events. And so we're looking to make this thing and grow it bigger. And I'm, again, grateful to have you guys here with us today. One of our featured speakers or partners for today's panel is Smith Worldwide.
What's good?
What's good? Welcome, Smith. How are you today?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful. Happy Saturday, everybody. How y'all doing today?
Happy Saturday. Happy Juneteenth.
Hey.
Hey, that's all right. Good. Happy Juneteenth. Thanks, Smith, for joining as well, too.
Yes, my pleasure.
Smith has been a part of the network for about 3 years now. We've worked on a few things. His podcast is, well, Smith, you go ahead and let everybody know about that and about yourself, and we'll jump into some other things too.
What's good, everybody? My name is Smith, aka Smith Worldwide. I am born in LA, raised in Michigan. I've been back here since about 2013, enjoying life and answering my call into the entertainment industry. And it's been awesome partnering with Jovon. Jovon is not only my a business partner, an ally and supporter and collaborator, he's my brother. And so I've been very proud of him, watching the trajectory of his career go from choreographing and dancing with Beyonce to owning his own network. I mean, I often say Jov has had like 4 different lives because he's mastered like 4 whole careers. And this particular one with the HausHill Media Entertainment, the network, this particular, I'm so glad to be a part of it. We've been working together, like he said, about 3 years, friends and brothership about maybe 7. He was harping on me a little bit about doing a podcast, and I really wanted to do it, but it was the timing, and the timing. And when the time became right, we built So What We Not Gonna Do, the original 90s voicemail podcast, which has been my baby. We had 2 seasons of that so far. It was based off of my book right here, So What We Not Gonna Do.
Over here, sorry.
This book is a fashion-forward quote book. I had started gaining like some popularity online, like from my tweets and from my Instagram, Facebook statuses. So I just went back over all the years and combined them all and categorized them all and inserted some fashion in it that people tend to love from me and created a book. So we got So What We Not Gonna Do, getting you together in Facebook statuses, whimsical quotes, and things of that nature. And so we did the podcast based on that 90s style podcast. Call me up on the phone, leave a voicemail during the week about something you got going on, you need to answer about. And I was getting some things, y'all. I was getting some questions up in there that I answered right there live on the air. I mixed in some celebrity pop culture news. We mixed in a music breaks into the show, 90s music breaks. And it was a joy. It's been a joy being a part of the network, from the professionalism, from the support, from the partnership, just being a part of what you all are doing. Such an amazing job. Congratulations to everybody that's here on the panel today. Personal thanks. First of all, thank you for trusting yourself and your gifts and your time and your talent. And then secondly, thank you for supporting my brother. You know, on the personal side, I mean, he is dope and he does do his shit. We know that, but it's the support. We have choices, we have options. And so when we say, you know what, I'm gonna make you mine, that's not something that I take lightly. So, yeah.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. Now, I love to hear the support in that way. So I'm glad you actually spoke about that, Smith, because I wanted to really drive home the point that we're looking to partner with people in a great way, and not just professionally but personally, and to see and hear the support that you have for Jay as a brother, but also as a partner. That's I couldn't say anything better than that basically. So thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
Smith, what are you working on currently? Like we're in a post-COVID world. Like, how do you feel we can? And I'll introduce a couple other of our panelists and ask a question as well. Smith, how do you feel that we can connect and collaborate now in a post-COVID world? Like, what does that look like for you? And what are a couple of things you're working on?
Well, I think that the collaborative effort on the ends of it being post-COVID or pre-COVID is pretty much the same. It's about finding the lanes where the lanes align. You know what I mean? Whether there's trauma going on in the earth or not, collaborations really only have their furthest existence and strength when the lanes align. So for me, to answer the original question, let's find out where those lanes align at. For me, as it relates to what I'm working on post-COVID, for me, it was very important. For me, creating is survival for me. If I sit here and do nothing, I'm going to wither up and I'm going to be out of here. Y'all going to say, remember that dude with the yellow hair? He was kind of cool, because I'm going to be gone. So for me, during COVID, when we couldn't go anywhere, I had launched Teen Magazine, Quarantine Magazine. I was sourcing content from all of y'all and people across the, each week I was sourcing content and laying it out magazine style. I had covers and I had inserts and all that stuff that was quarantine based, encouraging, funny, scientific, or whatever. Made one magazine out of it. I did that. I did the playlist. I started going live more so on Facebook to get continue to keep my relationship with them. And they give me songs to play. I play them and dance to them. I started doing that. That was because that's what I needed to do in that era. Now that outside is open, I'm ready to go back to the drawing board. I start planning my year in August. My year for this year begins, I always plan the next year beginning in August. So I had things that I've been writing about, dreaming about, praying about, that I'm now back in the crux of, I'm not now back. I've been working along this time, but I've been waiting on the timing. To answer your question a little bit more concisely, in the time of quarantine, I launched a clothing line. It's something I've been kind of staying away from a while. I did it years ago, moderate to great success, but I was over it. Things started happening during quarantine. Some of my old love, some of my old gifts, some of my old passions started popping back up. I started doing music about 10 months ago. Been working on that. So I'm going to be dropping an album, hopefully by August, on my birthday in late August. So working on that. Our brotherhood, Kong's Collective, which Jovon is a part of, and Terrell, All-Style 7, who's on here, is also a co-founder of. We are starting our dinner series where we are doing similar to what we're doing here, this mixing type situation. Come eat with us, come chat with us, get to know us. We want to get to know you. Let's see where the lines align over food. So I've been working on that as well. My website for the line, which is called Blaq Beverly Hills, it's called BLAQ Beverly Hills, drops in about a week. Again, I told you guys, support Jove is again, HausHill Media is again at the helm of that. So those are my main two kick points right now that are gonna send me on a nice coast for the rest of the year. So as I peel off and tip this baton off to the next relay racer, thank you. We're already in alignment. We're already in collaboration. We've already been plunging forward, and I've been enjoying that. But again, to the whole panel, finding where we align at, finding what's going on, or what are you doing, or who do you know? You know, I'm not stingy with a resource when a resource is gonna have value where it lands at.
That's good to hear.
Love that. Yeah, very well said. I think that personally, cooking is my thing. Jinro cooks. Just check it out. Not asking for a follow, but if you check out my food and let me know, so like what you think.
What is
like
it again?
that is Jin.roe. So let me spell it. GIN.ROE.COOKS. That's the Instagram handle and the Facebook.
Jin like the drink.
Jin like the drink. I've been cooking forever. Thanks. No, I've been cooking forever, and I love food. I love everything about food. That's just a passion of mine and whatnot outside of my day job. So I'd love to be involved with the connecting and what you're talking about with is just eating, bonding over food. That's a clear lane of how we can connect together as well with all of you as well. But thank you again for sharing. I know Samaj loves food and cook as well too. He may not be able to chime in because I know he's doing some work stuff right now at the same time. But this sounds like food is always a great equalizer.
Always,
we all
I
gotta
love to eat.
Yeah, same. I want to double down on what Jay just said, and I'll just pivot to maybe Zeke. I'm curious to know when we identify those lanes, right? When we identify where we connect, how you do that. So, to give an example, like Zoom. Zoom came out of necessity, right? It literally came out of the fact that like people had to talk to somebody, and it was FaceTime or Zoom or whatnot. But are there any other ways that you prefer to connect to people? Especially people of color. One more piece for me is like, I like TikTok. I genuinely like TikTok. I'm too old for it, but I genuinely like it because it's quick, it's concise. I can be funny or I can be stupid and I can just relate to people. And I just found out that my niece, who's like fucking 10 years old, literally shares my TikTok with the rest of my nieces and nephews. Like she just can screenshot them and send them to them. Had no idea until my family told me. And I felt like that was a great connector in a way. Like I was able to be there but not be there. And just full disclosure, Jay, myself, and I believe, and I know Samaj, we're all from Chicago. My family's still there. So it's a connector for me in the sense that being in New York, I'm not able to like see them often. And it's great to know that I'm still able to be a part of their lives, I guess you can say. So that said, just want to see what you guys are using or how you feel about connecting to people.
Is that for?
Oh, I can't phrase it to you, Zeke, but anyone can answer. Yeah.
How's Zeke ready too?
My bad. How's everybody doing? My name is Zeke, or Game Time, whichever you prefer. So what was the question specifically? What you wanted to ask or wanted me to ask?
Specifically, just how are you connecting with people during like post COVID, like especially people of color? Yeah.
Post COVID or even like during COVID, tried my best to stay connected with people who've been supporting me or my close friends and family, and we kind of just focused on kind of Zoom calls, but we usually do like FaceTimes or group chats, trying to involve ourselves creatively with trying to stay afloat mentally, because I know that COVID kind of hit a lot of people hard, and it was kind of difficult for people to really, I guess, stay focused because people lost their jobs or people weren't getting as booked as they usually were. So for us, we were trying to prepare ourselves for post-COVID so that way we could be ready for when outside open. And so now not only myself but a lot of my peers are kind of getting back into the swing of things as far as being creatives or deciding on what they want to do next as far as their next gig or their next project. So that's really what we've been doing over the course of this year or this past year.
I know, and I'm sorry, Zeke, thanks for sharing that too. I want to jump in because like George was saying, you're pretty big on, I don't know about, I haven't been on your TikTok, but your Instagram is pretty lit when it comes to your reels and your IGTVs. You do a lot of your rapping and different things like that, your artistry.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one way you'll say that you connect with your fan base and people that may not know of you is through IG, right? That's your main.
It is. Okay. That's one of my main social media platforms that a lot of people follow me on. I love Instagram because it's a way to connect with all of my followers and friends and family. It's a way to network. And it's also a way for me to be myself. Like even with music, I didn't start music or I didn't take it seriously until about 9 months ago. And that was just because, we were in a pandemic and I wanted to kind of expand my talents and just try to see where it went. And that's when I started posting the freestyles every single Thursday. And I've been getting a lot of support from that. And so now I've been transitioning into music and it's crazy that Smith said he's trying to have something come out in August. My goal is to have my project come out in August as well for my birthday. So just been really working hard on that. And it's been going really, really good. And just the social media platform, especially Instagram, is a way for people to really keep just paying attention to what I've been doing and just, stay in the loop.
Yeah.
So I love that. And I love the fact that they like literally what just Smith just said and what we're discovering is that there are clear lines of communication that we can relate on. And you both are like working on music, timing is perfect and things like that. Not to say that you guys need to work on something now, but who knows? Maybe in the future, I don't know. But I love that, and that's again just driving home the point that that's what I really want to build here. Is like literally a network of people that I can talk to about anything and everything, and we can work together in some way, somehow. I guess you could say.
Yeah, most definitely.
And I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. So I got a bandage on my head, right? So I put on a band-aid, I went off camera, put it on, went out, and you guys noticed that little couple scars.
I didn't even notice.
I did, but I thought it was
because I'm
first.
light skinned.
Yeah.
All right, let me get close to it. All right, so I went skating the other day, just like candidly, and I had been skating, like roller skating. I'm good at ice skating or like roller blading, but roller skating, 4 wheels, stop on the front. Hadn't did that since I was a kid. I busted my shit. I face planted several times.
Wow.
But I took away from that though, the joy of being around people of color. Cause it wasn't ever old Black people that skating their ass off. And it was a great time. The music was good. It was like in a school gym. It was a really good time and really good opportunity to like connect with people that I had never seen before, especially after COVID. And that's again just driving home the point of like, I'm happy to meet you guys and see what you guys are working on.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
We have a lot coming up in store for HausHill. As you guys know, we have the HausHill Entertainment app, which is for free right now for iOS, Google Play devices. You want to speak on that, George, about the app or any new things we have coming for the fall? I can speak to the shows and some things we have coming on the production side. And George, feel free to catch them all we have going on too. Excuse me.
So in a nutshell, like I said, like just with this conversation, we're trying to build out a situation with from a technological standpoint that supports all these businesses and all these ventures and things like that. So from the shows and from being able to engage with the shows and engage with the creators, we're trying to develop an app, and we're trying to enhance our app so that we can have a space for people to like be able to promote, do all their things, catch the shows, catch the show notes, all that. So we're encompassing everything. And hopefully in the future, you guys are gonna be, more than happy to like put on like all the things on there too, just like you do with Instagram, Zeke. Like you can promote it there, get a lot of following there and get traction there as well too. So I think that from a technological standpoint and from a business side, we're investing in ourselves to be able to support all the demands of what's going to happen in the future for our content, because content is king, and that's what we're very, very excited about, is developing content of our own but also supporting your content.
Yeah, whether it be music, merchandise, any of that good stuff. And we're going to get all you guys' IGs. And can y'all please make sure, if you have the chat option, please drop your Instagrams or Facebooks or Twitters. Please make sure we all are connected before we hop off of the call. I want to bring to the panel my nephew, David. David, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Oh, are you? I know you at an event, but I just want you to introduce yourself and just let everybody know what you do. Obviously, he's my nephew. Outside of being my nephew, he's working on some very dope stuff when it comes to investing and trading and helping me to understand more about investing and where to put money into stocks and all of that good stuff. So he's kind of my guru on that end, and I'm walking him through some things creatively. And so we're kind of making it happen. But David, you want to let the people know, let our friends know where they could find you and what you're doing right now?
Yes, sir. So, like you said, man, my name is David. My name is David Scott. I'm 22 years old. I'm about to be 23 on Monday. And I've been trading for about 2 years now, trading, like doing foreign exchange trading. We're doing binary options now, into a lot of crypto investing as well. And then I've also been making music too. So like I rap, I haven't been doing too many beats. That's not my thing, but I make music though. Like I write good music. And I've also been with a lot of other artists. Like, and I deal with artists, like I actually been helping to like build their artistry. Like I actually like help them out with a lot of other things too. So really what I do, man, I've been trying to get a lot of people into investing, mainly because investing will help you help you set yourself up for the future. You know what I'm saying? Like set yourself up for future generational wealth as well. Because a lot of times when we get money, we don't know what to do with it. We get money, we spend it, and we keep spending it on things that are not going to bring us any return on investment. And that's the main thing, always having ROI, right? Like, so me, I'm being affected by at least 6 streams of income right now. And like, I'm not a millionaire, no, but it's like I'm on my way there, mainly because of how many streams of income I'm being affected by. And like, I can put money in different ways. I can put money in different places. I can put money in different areas That way, like, it alleviates a lot of my stress when it comes to bills, when it comes to me just being able to, like, worrying about where I'm going to eat today. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't have a job, and I haven't had a job for almost 2 years now, mainly been eating off straight investments. Investments, just been doing like little side things there because I've developed like skills, a lot of my own skills. Like I cut hair, like I said, I trade on the foreign exchange market. I learned how to make music. I charge people for features, things like that. Like I developed my own skills. So now I'm like making my money off my own talents and everything. And the main thing that I've been trying to do like recently is just put people in tune with investing. Like, so I started my own investment group a couple months ago. It was called BMW Trading Club. BMW stands for Building and Manifesting Wealth. And we started that, and we've been going pretty strong. Got about 30 members now. And we're partnering with Epic Trading. I don't know if you guys have heard of Epic Trading University yet, but it's a Black-owned company, and it's been around since like November. It's fairly new, but they're already on their third website. Like they've updated the website about 3 times now. And honestly, like they're teaching people how to trade, like how to really make money from the market. I've been in a couple different other companies where they're teaching you how to plug into systems, right? Or teaching you how to like use a system specifically. Like I'm learning how to trade. I'm looking at the market myself. Like I've taught people from my neighborhood, people that I grew up with, like taught them how to really trade on the market themselves, and now they're making money whenever they want to. So like
for you, I'm sorry to interrupt. For you, it's about building that generational wealth and making sure we keep the wealth within the culture and the youth, right?
Yeah, all the way.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. And I mean, obviously, just like myself and the others on the call, like you got a few things going on, and it's a great thing. One thing that I've always applauded you on is your proactiveness when it comes to understanding finances. Because when I was your age, finances and math was not my thing, And so to hear you very enthusiastic about it and teaching people and actually educating them about it, that sits well with me. And hopefully, people on the call and in the future can find value from it. Now, I want to ask you a question though, David. With cryptocurrency, is that moving out of stocks? Like, is cryptocurrency and stocks, like, can you tell me the difference of that really quick, if you will?
So cryptos and stocks are fairly similar mainly because when you're getting into a stock, like you're buying a share, and like you want to buy a full share. You don't really want to buy like portions of shares. Like, so you'll buy a full share of a stock, and depending on how many you buy, like as it increases, you make money. And same thing with the crypto. Like you're buying like full coins, right? Like you're buying like actual coins. It's digital coins though. So you're buying them, and as they increase in value, so does your money that you put into it. Doesn't matter how much you buy though. That's the thing, like, because these cryptos, there's so many different, there's thousands of cryptos, right? Thousands of cryptos that you can get into, and they're all different kinds of values too. So if you get into a crypto that's like just worth $1, you buy 10 of those cryptos, 10 of those coins, you have 10 coins that's worth $1. You feel me? Now, if somebody says they're worth $100, now you feel me? Like all of those coins just went up to $100. So you got 100 coins, you got 10 coins that are worth $100. So that just went up to like 10,000 just because you bought those coins when they're worth $1. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same. That's usually like the same thing that happens with the stock. Once the stock goes up in value, you make money. So it's fairly similar. Only thing that's different is that there's way more stocks and there's way more potential for increase. I mean, there's way more cryptos and there's way more potential for increase. Yeah. Way more potential for increase.
Now, see, and thanks for giving us a bit of that, because see, I think for our culture specifically, it's not that we don't want to do it, it's that we don't necessarily know sometimes. And I think that keeps a lot of us from investing and putting the money into the right places. So again, like, where can the people who will see this one day, where can they find you at, and where can our panelists today find you at?
You guys can follow me on Instagram, Twitter at DSCO33, DSCO33. Like it's the same on both, like Instagram and Twitter.
Got you. Okay, yeah, and also you have a podcast possibly premiering this fall.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir. The BLW podcast.
Yeah. So it's a family thing, and it's good. Thanks for joining again, David.
Just to chime in before we move away from this topic, so I want to highlight something that I think is important. So I'm definitely into trading as well, too, more passively than probably you are. But I think that it's important to think about your financial aspect in terms of like what you want to do as a creator, right? So like we can make money from what we do as a product, but passive income is always important. And even if it's not passive, we can do things and invest in certain things that can actually generate a lot of wealth for us to actually build our funnel for our creative vision. So to everyone else, I think that it's important that like we connect in these ways specifically because money runs the world. As it sees, and it's going to be that for the foreseeable future. Like, there's no way to get around that. So having money affords us to actually live our best lives in terms of creating what we want to and seeing our visions come to life. And there's a lot of different ways, but thank you for sharing that, because I do think it's very important that we are mindful of our financial situations when we're talking about creating businesses and everything else.
Yeah, and we're gonna dive into that more as our series starts to unfold over time, over the coming months, because it all ties together. If you're creative, if you're an entrepreneur, you got to know about the finances, whether it's investing or saving or putting it to the necessities and all that of running a business successfully. There's a lot that goes into that, as we all know. All-Star 7, are you available to introduce yourself and give us a little info? I know your audio is there. If not,
hello everyone. Hey, sorry, you just get the picture today. I am getting ready for Juneteenth celebration, so I'm trying to multitask. But praise the Lord, everybody.
Praise him.
I just wanted to say this is such an amazing Zoom call. I see greatness in all of us who are here. So thank you, JoJo and George, for this opportunity. This is a beautiful thing, especially on Juneteenth. You guys can follow me on HausHill7 on Twitter, Instagram. I'm specifically right now on Instagram, or you can check my website out, HausHill7.com. We're doing the fashion thing, selling vintage and recreating, all the stuff that you guys are doing. We're just kind of doing it in fashion. So thanks for the opportunity, JoJo.
We'll for sure. Soon. Yo,
yes. Sorry, but real quick, is All-Star 7 actually one word? Is 7 spelled out, or is it number 7?
It's just like my Zoom screen, all style, and then the number 7.
And thanks for joining, T. And I know you're getting ready to bounce, and we're all going to head out soon. T, one way that you can share with our panelists and our viewers, yes, that you're staying connected. I have in my mind a way that you're staying connected, but what's one way that you could share that you're staying connected with your audience, or even new people that you may meet or interested in meeting? Like, what's one way you're staying connected, or a platform or two that you may use?
Yeah, Instagram. I really enjoy Instagram just because it is aesthetically pleasing to me. TikTok is kind of nerve-wracking, but I know it's popping. You know what I mean? But Instagram, it just feels good and easy for me. So that's really one way. Zoom, of course, which has been really huge. I've actually connected with my family in a way that we typically would not have been able to do. But the pandemic kind of just brought us closer together. So Zoom. And then now that it's open, being social and going to places and meeting new people and being present. Like that's where we are.
And thanks for sharing. I was going to say what I would say I've seen personally firsthand is you out in your actual product.
Period.
People gawking at it, people gawking at the product and asking you about it. So yeah, I'm glad to learn about a few ways that we can still connect outside of COVID and getting back to opening up. So thank you guys for joining. And can you all share where we can find you? I know David, you shared, Terrell, you shared. Go ahead.
If you can, because I know there's a lot. Can you just put it in the chat real quick? If you put it in the chat, I'll copy it. I'll share it with everyone. That way that we can all just be able to follow each other. But trying to say it out loud right now, especially while people are doing multiple things.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Okay. Yeah. Put it in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or respond to the email if you don't have a second right now. Just respond to the email that Jason back.
We got him coming in the chat. That's perfect. Yeah. Y'all just check the chat. Yeah. Perfect. Did anybody have any closing remarks or any things that you guys would like to see for our next virtual mixer? Obviously, we want you guys to all hopefully have taken away a piece of something valuable today, whether it's a new outlook on something, a new way of you plan on doing business, connecting with people, and or networking with people, or none of the above. Anybody have any closing remarks or last minute remarks?
For me, I just wanted to say, because since outside is open, if we could continue supporting Black-owned businesses, and Black-owned events and stuff like that. I've been trying my best to support my people because I know that it's hard to get that support, especially when people do it independently. And just to have that love there, it's always good. I know I'm supposed to be going to a Juneteenth event in NoHo Park today, and I think there's something else going on tonight.
Juneteenth.
And also, I like to support for the culture, as well as after hours when I can. So I like to, just be around and do what I can to show my love whenever need be. So maybe we could just all continue to do that during the duration of the summer or until the next time we meet up.
Love that.
I will jump in there and I will just say that just from my perspective, not just from the professional aspect, but just personally, I love connecting with people. I think it's great that we can actually talk about these things and have these conversations because they facilitate so many new ideas. So I'm hoping that we can continue to do this. I think the majority of you are all in LA, maybe not your cousin, but Jay, but I think that the majority of you in LA, so maybe even facilitating some meetup times and things like that. So I'd be happy to. Tomas in LA, he's acting in LA. Okay,
got it, dude. Got it.
I'd love to take this offline, as they say, and do something like an actual kickback and things like that. So you never know what can spawn from these things, and you never know. Like I've literally heard all of you talk about what you're passionate about, and I've seen the lines connect, as Smith referenced so eloquently, that music to finances to creating to whatever. So I think there's a lot of potential here, and we can build on it.
Absolutely,
definitely expand.
Very well said, George, and I'm glad that you guys have all joined. It's a special moment for me and George as well. I know, to see even with just the people we have here. There's a couple of musicians. There's a couple of you guys who have clothing lines. There's a majority of us have podcasts or planning on producing or expanding our podcast. It's so for us to not have these conversations wouldn't make sense. And so I'm glad that we are and we did. And thank you guys for joining.
Yeah, thank you as well.
Okay.
I don't have anything else.
I was gonna say,
you guys have some closing.
Nope.
Unless you guys want to tell us something, we're good.
I was muted. Okay. I was just saying thank you for having us, and it was my pleasure as well.
Yeah. Definitely. Make sure y'all.
The pleasure is totally ours.
Make sure y'all all follow each other. The information is in the chat, and check out HausHillEntertainment.com. We got some shows and some new things, fresh content coming out for you guys this fall to keep everybody entertained. And we'll definitely make sure we have you guys invited for our next panel we do.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and y'all be safe on Juneteenth.
Thank you.
Bye.